sir. Hey, talking about some hey, it doesn't matter because hey. But hey, man, you know what I'm saying? We here, we finna do some stuff, finna react on Watchathon. You feel me? But hey, man, you feel me? We here. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jesus, and today we coming back with another banger, man. But anyways, y'all, today we basically finna be reacting to teen killer forced to tell his mom about his crimes. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's get straight. I got some chili. Yeah. All right, time to read. Let's get into it. We locked in. We locked in. We locked in. We locked in. Aw. Dang. That's sad. What you talking? Damn. That's how I be. Dang. Alright. Cool thing is I don't care. Okay, okay. Dozens. Wow. Dang. Dang. Damn. That's crazy. Okay. I'm listening. Bad guys. What are they doing? Say hi. Damn. Yo, that's crazy. They call all of them because we know who it is. Damn. My baby crying. Hell yeah. What does that gotta do? She been on house arrest though. Oh wait, yeah. You on house arrest? Okay. You gotta. He's going through it. Oh. My nigga got packed up. So weird. Damn, it went right through the car. Damn. You know that. I ain't gonna lie, that's sad. That's sad. Damn. That's fucked up. Damn. Nigga dropped it? Damn, he said this shit happen all the time. He's snitching. Oh, I hope I didn't have the audio too low.
Even with all this
I hope I didn't have the audio too low. That'd have been bad as hell.
new information. Though, the cops are only slightly closer to figuring out what happened. They were now at least able to confirm that one group of shooters rolled up and started the exchange before another responded, causing a huge exchange of bullets throughout the neighborhood. But they still had two major questions. Who were the shooters, and how was Tiara involved? Well, the cops had just spotted another witness that might be able to answer their questions. A woman who was actually on the street the moment the bullets started flying.
You don't live here? So who owns the house?
She's snitching?
Okay. Everyone's okay though, right? The kids.
The kids, yes.
Yeah.
The kids
Okay.
are okay. I got them back watching TV.
Okay.
There was another girl outside. I think she got shot in the thigh or the leg. I think they took her probably to the hospital.
Okay.
She definitely got hit.
Okay. So what did you see?
I'm sitting outside. To be honest, we all family. So we're all type prayer wrestling, like act like we hit each other and stuff. Next thing I want to take these gunshots. I'm like, all right, we got a DB gun. Come through shooting.
Yeah.
And it was like, pop, 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 that came through the hand. So I'm running up, I don't even know where the gunshots came from. I'm running up, trying to grab the kids. They came through twice.
Okay. Did the house get hit at all?
I mean, is that a house right here? I don't know. I don't know. I was really just trying to grab the kids.
You said it. So what? They got out. They got out of the car.
They didn't even get out of the car.
Or they just started. They were hanging out.
They were
shooting.
hanging out shooting.
Did you see how many by chance? Three of them.
Now it's starting to sound a lot more like a drive-by shooting. Notoriously one of the
Hell
hardest
yeah.
types of
Talking about they
crimes
ain't get
to
out the
solve,
car.
especially if the vehicle was stolen. The cops are starting to lose confidence that they'll ever find Chiara's killer, but then they decide to ask one simple question.
Man, do those cameras work?
I believe so.
Okay.
She's on her way home.
Oh, she is? Okay, perfect.
There were CCTV cameras on the property, and as soon as the homeowner got back, they'd have access to the footage. So in just a few hours, the cops were able to put together just enough footage to understand exactly what happened. Remember, we already know all of this, but for the police, this was huge.
Yeah.
Now they had a detailed timeline of the entire incident, including at what time it went down, how many people were involved, and which vehicles the suspects used. This would be very useful in the coming interrogations in terms of verifying their suspects' claims and pressuring them to confess. Police finally had a solid piece of evidence, and right as their case had started to build some substance, their biggest lead yet would step out right in front of them.
I have video of them carrying the girl that got shot and she got the phone.
And that's not the same one that we just shot.
Right after they took off.
Not only had they seen the entire thing go down, but as soon as they heard gunshots, they started recording. They managed to get this clear footage of a man getting into the same vehicle spotted at the shooting just minutes earlier. Now all they needed to do was track down the car using the visible license plate.
That's
and they
crazy,
had
man.
their
That's
first
crazy.
lead suspect. But with that said, these kids were no strangers to running from the police, and the officers would begin the hunt to find these evil teens. While all of this was going on, police had another, perhaps more nerve-wracking situation to handle. Tiara had passed away, and her family had no idea.
I currently not like too many people in the hospital. Let's step over here and see where all these cruises are.
My car, okay? I'm
Where's
right
your car
here.
at?
I'm right here because I
This one
didn't know.
or this one?
Right here.
Okay. What's your daughter's name? You're here for your daughter?
Tiara Harris.
Kiara Harris. We'll say have you stand right here next to the sign. We'll have some go over and talk to you, okay? Take a deep breath.
Is she okay?
I don't know the names of who they are currently, miss.
Just listen to the cop's tone here. He knows just how bad things are looking for Tiara, and
Yeah,
he
she
absolutely
got-
doesn't want to break that news to her mother yet. Especially
She got
when he
hit in the
sees just
head.
how emotional she's starting to get. Tiara's autopsy showed a single bullet struck her in the head and remains there. While tragic, this information would allow police to identify the exact bullet type and then gun used to shoot Tiara. If they could find the owner of this gun, they would be able to match it to the bullet, and justice could be served for Tiara and her
Oh,
family.
that's still crazy, man.
Is she texting someone behind your back?
That's still crazy.
A single Spokio search can help you find out who she's
She got shot in
messaging.
the head.
Spokio can also...
Hey, come here!
They got a bunch of people showing
That's
up.
my son and my nephew.
Okay, well, listen, they can't go in. It's going to be
Let's go in the car. Go in the car.
They tell us to wait outside.
No, I'm going in. Go in my car.
Damn.
The entire family is in distress, with her mom shaking and doing everything she can to stay strong in front of her kids.
Yeah, this
It's
is-
truly a nightmare situation, and it only got worse from there. At around 8:30 p.m., they were informed that Tiara didn't make it. A bullet to the back of the head had ended her life, sending her family into complete grief and agony. Now, police knew that they absolutely had to catch the people that did this to Tiara, or risk letting down her and her entire family. At this point, police had 6 different suspects on the run, all tied to the shooting, and they would eventually manage to track down and get interrogations with all of them. Their start came in the form of a Facebook post by someone named Jeremiah Williams, described as a member of the BBM gang. Apparently, the post consisted of him bragging about being at the shooting and escaping without getting caught. By using his Facebook profile, they'd find his address and pick him up for interrogation. With Jeremiah also being a supposed gang member, he too would prove to be extremely difficult to break. However, by using expert methods, police would actually get him to break completely, to the point where he actually started to cry.
Bro said, yeah. He couldn't face that he was a bitch. He couldn't accept it.
I'm Detective Smith.
That's my last name. I could be Detective Smith. Hell yeah. How that sound, y'all?
Alright, and so the reason why we have you sitting here talking to us is we need you to think back to April's incident that happened on Rockaway. Remember this? This young lady got shot. Remember hearing about that? Okay, so during our investigation, your name's been coming up. Do you know about where you were that day? If you can, or
I was definitely at home.
My baby said I was definitely at
An
home.
alibi, and even gives multiple names over that'll attest he wasn't on Rockaway that night.
you're at home. Where was that at Amherst?
Amherst. This was right before my mom moved to Louisiana. My best friend, Rob, talked to her sister, the girl that died. Her sister, Diane, or however you say her name. My best friend, Rob, was like in a kind of little
Dating?
Yeah, with her sister. And it was crazy. We got on Facebook and it was all over Facebook. Her sister had got killed and stuff. And my mom was like, ain't that the girl that came over here the other day? We were like, no, that was her little sister.
Has your little sister reached out to you guys or anything?
She was over your house the other day.
I mean, I don't talk to her at all for real, but
So you were at your house on Amherst.
yeah.
Was there anyone with you that day?
My mom,
What's your mom's name?
my mom's name was April.
However, the detectives know this to be untrue. They know he was at the scene from the Facebook posting.
Damn.
They know he did it, so they want to get a confession, or even better, some information that might help put more people in handcuffs. The thing is, they're initially going to find that a lot harder than they'd hope.
I have to ask, do you recognize this car?
Yeah, this was the one that was in that video.
Bro said this is the car that was in that video, and like he ain't.
Do you know who drives this car or owns this car?
Yeah, I don't know him by like name, but I know who he is. His name like Posh.
Nigga said I don't know him by name or by.
You know who's driving?
That's funny because I don't even really know what he looks like.
I mean,
Every time I've seen him, I've seen him with a ski mask on.
Okay.
Like I've never seen him outside of a ski mask.
Alright, tell me a little bit about yourself, your past. Have you ever been in trouble or anything?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Actually, right now, I got probation.
Right now, it's
So,
crazy.
just a weapons possession charge is all you got?
How does he know that?
It's like carrying a concealed firearm in a vehicle.
Gotcha, yeah.
Jeremiah
Carrying
is
a
making a
cons-
conscious attempt to give as little information over as possible while still trying to seem cooperative. He's smart. He doesn't want to completely close himself off, as that'll make him seem guilty, but he also doesn't want to give up any vital information. The cops ask him who was there, where he was sitting in the car, even questions about the guns, but he refuses to speak, and he's starting to seriously frustrate the cops.
Love games, but hate the grind.
Bro, these ads
With
is
Wingman,
crazy,
you
bro.
can be invincible, unimaginably well.
But all this talk of courts and investigations doesn't seem to be getting them anywhere at all. So instead, they switch gears. They're going to be as direct as possible and give it to him straight. That's their last hope at getting him to crack.
Man, we know you were there. It's crazy.
You have a nickname or anything?
Jay.
We're just getting to know you, man. Obviously, you can see that you're not a bad person. Just the vibes I'm getting. But you're in here
Bro.
for a reason. We know that you were there.
Damn, nigga said we know that you were there.
DNA in the car.
Yeah, we got your DNA in the car.
I would tell you guys I've been in that car. I don't have no reason to lie or no reason to put myself in any trouble.
Your role in it is the driver. You know you're the driver. Really what we're looking for is why. You're already being charged with the incident. You explaining your actions and what really went down is just going to help with your role in this. We know you didn't pull the trigger, but you not being honest with what went down is not going to help you. It's going to look the prosecutor and the judge and jury are going to look at someone who's not remorseful.
Bro, I thought you was at home, bro.
Who was sitting where in the car?
In the front, and she goes send me home because I was sitting on the door.
It worked. The cops actually got a name. It was a nickname, but cops could eventually tie this back to a man named Zaire Saunders, who would be interrogated later. This was huge. They'd actually gotten a gangster to tell on one of his partners. But they weren't done yet. They knew he still had more information, and they weren't going to stop putting on the pressure now.
We gotta go back to who was in the car with you. I know you know Zebo. Pa, you say you just know him by Pa. You know his real name? Okay. And the third person, you're saying how often have you seen him? Would you be able to identify that last person by a picture?
Jeremiah physically looks defeated. He's avoiding eye contact and is hunched over. He likely never saw himself giving up the names of his partners, but that's exactly where he found himself. The cops, however, are over the moon, even managing to get descriptions of the people he doesn't know the names of. They ask a few more questions before leaving him alone for a minute to prepare their next move. However, on their return, they didn't expect to see Jeremiah, a once tough and unbreakable gang member, to cry because of what he'd done.
Bro.
What did you say his first name was what?
Derry.
Is this him? He wants some tissue. I need a verbal yes or no. That's it. Yeah. So he did.
Damn.
If this
He
is the
pissed.
first time you've seen a gang member cry, you're certainly not alone. But it actually happened again in the detective's very next interrogation. While these
This
cops were
nigga's-
busy
I
talking
know
to
he's
Jeremiah,
stressing.
a breakthrough had been made outside of the interrogation room. Remember this footage recorded by a civilian witness earlier? Well, after 5 days of investigation, they actually managed to track the car down, enabling them to take in another suspect, Antonil Whitaker. Police would quickly realize that Antonil might be even more important than Jeremiah as a suspect. He's a supposed member of the BDM gang, and believed to be one of the suspects that initiated the shootout. The thing is, he's just 17 years old. Since there's still some information
I'm
even
just
Jeremiah
17.
couldn't give them,
And y'all, I'm a
they
great
figured
person,
they
man.
might be
I
able
wouldn't
to
go out
scare
there and
him
do
into
nothing like
giving
this.
up
Y'all can be
everything he
good.
knows.
Y'all can
And
be
their
good
first
in the world.
idea is an unconventional but possibly extremely effective method: a call home to mom.
They called his mama.
This is really, really serious now. You need to put yourself wherever you was and get to telling with your part as much as you can, because you can't take the blame for this and this was not you. You shouldn't be sitting here. They know it's your car and you can't get out of it. You're better than this.
Clearly
Antonil
not.
doesn't even seem to feel like following his mother's advice. Despite the fact that they know it was his car, he's claiming that someone else was actually driving it that day. And even more unfortunately, he'd forgotten exactly who. Listen to his story and see if you believe
Bro.
as much as the detectives do.
So you said you were at home. Like the whole day, someone took your car somehow, brought your car back, gave you the keys back or whatever, and then so you
Damn, what happened to the car?
Your sister home. That doesn't make sense. You are a jury, you are a judge. They're not. I'll be honest with you. I mean, What you're getting is not even a good statement. It's not even a good line. That's why it probably be easier for you to tell the truth.
You see, about an hour after the shooting, Antonio was confirmed to have used his car to pick his sister up from an event, meaning it was
Damn.
clear that he was still
Oh
in
my
possession of it.
gosh.
But that didn't faze Antonio, and despite how many questions police asked him, he refused to give up anything.
How this works, you might know this from TV.
To have the option to just block
Ouch.
thousands of advertisements that are popping in your face, it's amazing. So the cool thing about Pi is that you can choose to just block every ad that you're seeing, or you can opt in, watch the ad, and then get paid to watch the ad. Dollar bill.
So here to show you guys, I went on the BuzzFeed website, and because Pi is enabled, all the ads are blocked.
And not to mention, it is free. If you go to pi.org, you can get paid to watch the next ad that pops up on your next video that you're watching, or you can just block it and not see it. Do it right now, guys. Who wouldn't want to do that? Go to pi.org right now to go get Pi.
Hey everybody, my name is Sam,
Oh, I should have
aka
skipped
Sam
it.
Lucha, and I'm a YouTuber who makes variety content ranging from challenges.
It's kind of accurate. We're going to compare your DNA to the DNA on the showcase until we collect it on scene. Is there any reason your DNA is going to be on there? Because if there is, you've got to explain that. You said no, or I don't know. Who got in the car with you at all? If you're saying your DNA is not going to those showcases, right? And you're saying you weren't driving, who did you let drive your car? Who? But right now it looks like it's on you.
They're trying to force a confession out of him by telling him that if he'd been in physical contact with any of the evidence tied to the murder, they would find out and he would get sentenced. And they're not lying either. When you touch anything at all, you leave behind skin cells, sweat, small hairs, or even oils that can quickly be traced back to you. Meaning, if Antonio had touched the car, the bullets when loading his gun, or anything else related to the murder, police would find out. However, as of now, detectives haven't had the time to run these tests to confirm if his DNA was present, meaning they couldn't pressure him to a
Nigga knocked some
confession,
shit over
and
and
they'd
didn't
have to
care.
wait until later. So in the meantime, they moved their attention to the next suspect. Remember the man Jeremiah gave up to the cops back in his interrogation? That was Zaire Saunders. Once they had his name, they tracked him down and arrested him. And he would prove to be even more helpful than Antonio and Jeremiah combined.
Did you know or hear about that young lady got killed?
Yeah.
Did you know her?
No.
We don't think that she was the one meant to be hurt. And I mean, based on what we're seeing. But unfortunately, she did get obviously hurt. Her family's hurt.
Yeah.
No, when we did that search warrant, we got your phone.
Yes.
Okay. And we downloaded your phone. And your location is putting you on Rockaway that day. No, it. What happened that day?
I shot a pistol. You shot a pistol? Yes.
He's
This
told on himself.
seems like a breakthrough. He's just admitted to being a part of the shooting, and it seems that all the detectives' work has just paid off. But they're not quite there yet. Of the 3 shooters, 2 did indeed use pistols, but one of them was actually yielding the extremely dangerous automatic rifle that can be seen clear as day in this footage here. Instead of jumping this fence after the shooting, the man with the rifle fled directly down Rockaway Street, and that's the direction Zaire's phone shows him running. The good news is, that clears Zaire of being the man that killed Tiara. After all, she was killed with a very specific pistol round. But that does put him directly in the spotlight of being the man with the most dangerous weapon.
And then he said he shot a
directly
pistol.
lying to the cops right now.
Exactly.
They're not about to let him get away with that.
That video is you're on camera shooting a rifle.
Is it a pistol that holds, 2 rifle rounds?
I mean, it ain't just.
It is big.
Something kind of modified that thing?
No, again, I was talking. So, describe it. I'm getting all of this.
That single piece of information resulted in Zaire actually getting the highest sentence out of anybody involved in the case. Just the use of such a dangerous firearm actually increased his prison time by somewhere between 10 and 15 years. But he still doesn't know that yet. He's still under the guise that if he helps the detectives out, he might get a better deal. So, not only did he tell them where to find the rifle he used, he also gave up one of the most vital pieces of information the cops had received in the entire case.
Group BDM. Just know it's called BDM. BDM.
Zaire just told the cops the name of the gang that was involved. A huge piece of information that will help them track down every last individual that was part of this attack. Now the detectives have just one more final question that'll hopefully put together the final pieces of the puzzle they're looking for.
You've been extremely helpful throughout this whole interview. You helping yourself out too.
Lying to this nigga.
Whose idea was it? I know for sure it was they just around. So we'll just say yours, my dudes. But you got different dudes. You got different, like that's the aliens. Well, they ain't say it right then and there. They said it on Facebook. But it was like, I knew they told them, they just didn't say it directly to me, but I knew they told them.
He just gave up the group chat where all of these shootings supposedly were planned. With this, police simply had to cross-reference the names in the group chat with the supposed shooters on the CCTV, and the names that had been mentioned in previous interrogations. Giving them
Who was that nigga in the top right?
All 6 of the shooters. But unfortunately, this wasn't the resolution they'd hoped for. After examining all the weapons confiscated, it would turn out that none of them were a match to the bullet found in Tiara's head, meaning they still couldn't tie any specific person to the actual murder. However, there is one puzzle piece we haven't told you about yet. The one that would solve this entire case. Watching the CCTV footage, it's clear that there is one man that directly shot at Tiara's vehicle. If you follow this man, dressed in all black, back through the CCTV, you can trace him all the way back to the driver's seat of this black truck. A black truck that, until now, the cops were completely unable to identify. But then, they received one final piece of footage from a witness, allowing them to track it back to the owner, 44-year-old mother, Kia Brown. Police realized they had to interview her, knowing that whoever was driving Kia's black truck that day killed Tiara Harris.
Hey, how you doing, man? Good. I'm Detective Smith. This is Detective Davis, back in police. Hey, we wanted to talk to you or whoever drives this truck. Reference that incident that happened up the street. They were being shot at. Finally, trying to catch up with them. Looked like a couple males. And have you heard about this?
I heard about what happened on the phone. This is my truck, but my son was driving.
It wasn't Kia, but her son driving the car that night. And after running his name, they'd find out he had ties to a rival gang of BBM. So
Damn.
Detectives had Kia call her son and hand over the phone to the officers.
I have some detectives here right now. The day that we were moving in, the incident that happened around the corner. They would like to speak with you. Do you have a moment? Can you go on break?
How you doing, man? Good. I'm Detective Smith. I'm with Detective Davis with me. Hey, what's your name before we get started, bud? Lanier. All right, Lanier. How you doing, man? So listen, man, I won't keep too much of your time. We were wondering if we could talk with you and your mom maybe in person at some point, and we wanted to talk to you about that incident that happened up the street. We know you're over there, so we were hoping you could help us, actually. You're not in any trouble. We're actually hoping you could help us. Would there be a good day for you to... This weekend? Yeah, Sunday the 8th. Can we do it anytime after 2:30? Okay. After 2:30. All right, man. We appreciate it. We'll see you at 3:30. Okay. All right, buddy. Bye.
And just like that, they had an interview scheduled. And this was the final suspect at the scene that they hadn't yet spoken to. The man suspected to be the driver of the black truck and the man they think shot Tiara.
Dad, I know. Listen, appreciate you talking with us. So, I mean, obviously, you know about where you're at that incident that happened on the street. So, we just wanted to know your perspective, that happened that day. What did you see that stuff about? You can run us through that day.
I was standing in the driveway on my phone. Then I heard shots. I got down, ducked. Then when the shots stopped, I heard I ran to the car.
When the shots started happening, you ran and got in the driver's seat, and then Teen got in your passenger seat. Right? Okay.
That was it. Lanier had just told them he was driving the black truck that day, confirming he was the man in all black that drove the truck and hopped in the Chevy. He was the man that fired the bullets. So they decided to ask him up front.
I'm about to ask you something, man. I'm about to ask you from your parents. I'm sorry, but I gotta ask. Did you shoot that day? Okay.
Even though he said no, police already had all the evidence they needed. The car tied to him, his ties to the rival gang, and finally the video of him shooting at Tiara's car. So they arrested him on the spot and brought him in for interrogation.
What's up, man?
You mind able to have a little room right now?
What's that?
Can I have a little room?
You can do whatever you want, man. I'm not here to. Okay. Are you saying you want your lawyer? You don't want to talk? Okay. All right.
But in the end, this wouldn't matter, as when they arrested and processed him, they managed to confiscate his gun. And after analyzing the forensics of the bullet inside of Tiara and Lenier's gun, it was a match.
Damn.
Lanier had fired the killing shot. After 5 months of investigation, all the puzzle pieces were finally in place. In total, 7 people were charged in this incident. Zaire Saunders was charged with involuntary manslaughter and 4 counts of felonious assault and was sentenced to 35 to 40 years. Neil Whitaker and Jeremiah Williams got 20 to 24 years on similar charges, while the third assailant in this group, Darion Rapley, got 34 to 40 years.
Damn.
Neil's DNA was in fact found on various bullet casings on Rockaway Street, despite his claims in the interrogation room. The next 2 to be sentenced were the ones who shot back at Zaire's group after being rolled up on. They were Javier Small and Jonte Smith, who were sentenced to 4 years and 2.5 years respectively. Lastly was Lanier Worthy, Tiara's actual killer. However, as of this video's upload, he's still awaiting sentencing. Tiara and George were not involved in any of the gangs in the shootout and were found completely innocent. At long last, Tiara and her family could finally be at peace. Half of our profits...
You know, not really. She's still going. That's sad, man. That's sad. That is so crazy, like, all that happened. Because, and it was just over some gang violence, man. People gotta do better in the world, you know what I'm saying? And that's real sad. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry about the low quality at the beginning. I'm gonna try to do something about it, but I don't know. But hey, man, like, comment, subscribe for more. I love y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. And we out. Peace! What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Andre Zeus, and today we coming back with another banger, man. But anyways, y'all, today we basically finna be reacting to when suspects try to seduce cops and succeed. So with that being said, let's get straight into it.
In today's episode, we are going to look at an interesting case involving Officer Anthony Hare, who was caught with a female suspect in the backseat of a police car. On August 14, 2023, the San Diego Police Department responded to a car theft involving a male and a female suspect. They were both caught at a convenience store.
Hey, just listen to him.
Let's address the elephant.
Bro, they hit me with an ad not even 30 seconds in. There's no way.
Do you think 1.2 million?
Listen to him.
Or a minute in.
Roll over first, yeah. Roll over. Yeah, hold on one second.
Any weapons or anything? Check her ass.
We're just coming out like car right here, okay? Follow me. You're gonna come with me to my car, so let's go.
Oh, he said it. You heard him when he said it.
Let's go.
About asking me.
Yeah. This way. Walk across the street.
He said he was gonna ask me. What's up? Why are you always mean like this? I'm not mean. Bro, you're the only dick, bro. Honestly,
once you get to the car, okay? I got your duffel, not your duffel bag, like the joshing bag and all of that. Your makeup.
I really think you do your job. I didn't say anything. But don't say it like that.
Go, step inside.
This nigga, he trying to be nice and shit.
Just a little bit more. So I don't pinch your skin.
Officer Anthony Hare put the female suspect into the back of the car. She started flirting with him on the way to the station, asking him about his personal life. Officer Hare was not professional and entertained her
Damn.
advances.
Nigga said he was not professional.
Why are you asking that? What do you mean? I'm cool to you.
Wasting hours grinding in single player? With Wiimod, you can hit skip on the boring stuff like
They
endless
playing
farming.
with these ads.
I'm not too sure. I'll tell you later. Me? Once in a while. Whatever. Hold on, it's a turn. That's good.
And if you're creeping, please don't let it show. Oh, baby, I don't wanna know. Why is he driving like this? Oh, it's sped up. I was about to say.
It's very loud. I can't hear you.
You don't need to hear her.
Oh, I can't. It's a little weird. It's all good. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I remember. Of course.
Bro. Yo, what's up, Abi? How you doing, Abi?
Oh, you're not. That's very strange. Oh, no, so everything has to be, yeah. It's not locked or anything. You just have to go pick it up after. Okay, hold on.
Oh, Abi said that a long time ago.
I'll tell you after.
That's my fault, Abi.
After Officer Hare and the female suspect flirted for a few minutes, the conversation took a huge turn. The female suspect then asked the officer to join her in the backseat to have fun.
What?
A little bit. Well, I can't hear you now. Don't say that right now.
Bro said don't say that right now. Don't say that right now.
Say that right now because everything's being recorded right now. What's going on?
And the car is crazy. Then he turns off his camera.
After Officer Hare asked what was going on in the backseat, he decided to turn off his body cam. However, what he didn't know was that the police cruiser had GPS, which showed Officer Hare slowing down, turning onto a residential street, and eventually stopping.
Bro got packed up.
An hour later, a supervisor arrived at the scene
Damn.
and unlocked the back door for Officer Hare, who was with the female suspect.
Nigga took a suspect and went to crack her. Nigga in the back seat.
Listen, you want to skip this ad. I want too. But what about
That is crazy.
There's a skip.
Nah, this nigga is crazy. Oh my gosh. Ain't no fucking way, yo. My baby was just sitting in that bed. He knew it was over. Oh, hell no. He talking about everything just went wrong, bro.
According to the investigator, the supervisor switched off his body cam because he did not want Officer Hare to incriminate himself. After 30 minutes, Officer Hare took the female suspect to the station.
That nigga crazy. My nigga was just sitting in the back seat. He said, step out of the vehicle.
I can do a switch later. Yeah, I'll do a switch later.
Okay, it's 15:43 hours.
Bro, he tried to turn the camera off and still got packed up. That is crazy.
Do you mind just showing us?
That dumbass nigga gonna take the suspect and just fuck.
How you ended up inside?
Yeah, bro.
So she was laying down, her face was over there, and then I was just like kind of right here. I was like, well, at first I was like, hey, wake up. I was like, hey, are you okay?
Nigga talking about, hey, wake up.
She did it, so her head was facing towards that way, and then so then this is when I was shaking her, and then this is when I went in, but then I don't know if I had my hand like this, and then
My nigga said, I don't know if I had my hand like this.
and then I was in, and then that's I was waking her up like this. I was like this waking her up. I was waking her up. I heard a door click behind me.
Okay.
Yeah. And then so yeah, I was like this.
So this dumbass nigga, alright. This dumbass nigga. Oh my gosh. He has a cop car, so when his dumbass went in the back seat and closed the door, that nigga was trapped in that bitch. He thought he was just finna be in that bitch the whole motherfucking night. Till they came and caught his ass, and he couldn't even try to hop out and get in the front. Nigga was cooked. Nigga gonna close the door and probably forget. Now he trying to make an excuse talking about he trapped himself back there. This dumbass nigga. Oh shit. There's no fucking way. This nigga's lying.
Yeah. And then so yeah, I was like this. And then when I found out the door was clicked behind me, I positioned myself like this. And I already knew that there was no door handle, but I was just like frantic. I was like, I can't get out of here.
Okay.
Bro.
And then that's when she was able to sit up here, and then I told her you stay there, blah blah blah. And then I was just like hunkered down like this on my side.
So
Nigga saying he got himself caught in the back seat of the car.
let me go to the other side, and then you climb back in.
He's crazy, bro. I mean, I get it. Nigga trying to lie. I mean, I get the lie, but he's crazy for that.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Them seats do not look comfortable.
she was able to. So I was like this majority of the time. I was trying to get her up because her face was right here.
Okay.
Right here, and then I was trying to like wake her up to get her up, and then next thing you know, I hear the door close on me. I was frantic. I was looking, and then that's when she started to kind of like, I guess, wake up or get dazed off, whatever. And then that's when I asked her like, hey, are you having a hard time breathing? She said no. Do you need medics? No. It's like, okay, all right. Just stay right there. And then that's when I was trying to open the door.
Okay.
And then that's when I went on D2.
All right. You can jump up. Jump up.
Do you mind?
End the video.
Alright, man. If you guys enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe for more. I love y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all next one. And we out.